Good evening. This is Akashvani. I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is standing as the model of high growth and low inflation for the world. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar asserts that no country has a say on how India develops its relations with others. Government directs IndiGo to clear all pending passenger refunds without delay. Nation pays homage to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on 70th Mahaparinirvan Diwas. Quad members India, Japan, Australia and US condemn terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. Indian shooter Suruchi Singh wins women's 10-metre air pistol gold with junior world record at ISSF World Cup Final in Doha. And in men's cricket, India beat South Africa by 9 wickets in third and final ODI in Visakhapatnam, clinched the series 2-1. Prime Minister Narendra Modi today said India currently stands as the model of high growth and low inflation for the world. Addressing an event in New Delhi, Mr. Modi highlighted that the 8% GDP growth rate during the second quarter of the current financial year is a reflection of the country's rising progress.
8% से ज्यादा की ग्रोथ रेट हमारी प्रगति की नई गति का प्रतिबिंब है। ये सिर्फ नंबर नहीं है, ये स्ट्रॉन्ग मैक्रो इकोनॉमिक सिग्नल है। ये संदेश है कि भारत आज ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी का ग्रोथ ड्राइवर बन रहा है और हमारे आंकड़े तब है जब ग्लोबल ग्रोथ 3% के आसपास है।
Talking about India's role on the global stage, the Prime Minister said that in a world plagued by challenges and uncertainties, the nation stands tall in a league of its own. He added that at a time when people are talking about economic slowdown, India is etching its growth story.
आज दुनिया अनिश्चितताओं से भरी हुई है, लेकिन अनिश्चितताओं से भरे इस दौर में हमारा भारत एक अलग ही लीग में दिख रहा है। भारत आत्मविश्वास से भरा हुआ है। जब दुनिया में स्लो डाउन की बात होती है, तब भारत ग्रोथ की कहानी लिखता है। जब दुनिया में ट्रस्ट की क्राइसिस दिखता है, तब भारत ट्रस्ट का पिलर बन रहा है। जब दुनिया फ्रेगमेंटेशन की तरफ जा रही है, तब भारत ब्रिज बिल्डर बन रहा है।
Mr. Modi further said that for transforming tomorrow, change is firmly rooted in the strong foundation being built today. He mentioned that India's potential has long been untapped but conventionally underdeveloped sectors like the Northeast, villages, Tier 2 and 3 cities, women and youth, blue economy and space sector are now realizing their full potential. The Prime Minister noted that trust between the people and government has now strengthened. He said earlier the system was sceptical of its own people, but now the citizen-centric approach has streamlined governance. Mr. Modi called for people's support and urged them to look at the coming 10 years as a clear time frame to free the nation from every trace of this colonial mindset. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has said the centre is working to simplify the tax system, noting that income tax should no longer be seen as a tiresome exercise. Addressing the leadership summit of a private media organisation in New Delhi today, the minister highlighted that the income tax slabs need to be made more transparent, simplified and compliant for the upliftment of the citizens. The minister also said a complete overhaul of the customs framework will be the next big assignment. She added that the government has steadily brought down custom duties in the last 2 years and is finding ways to simplify customs, making them more transparent.
We've really worked on that and made sure that the income tax is no longer going to be seen as a tiresome exercise, simplify it, and also where it is possible to completely be faceless in letter and spirit, we have moved forward in that direction. Now the same virtues will have to be brought to customs.
External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar today said no country has a say on how India develops its relations with others. Addressing an event in New Delhi, Dr. Jaishankar emphasized that India has a freedom of choice in geopolitics and enjoys strategic autonomy.
Everybody knows that India has relations with all the major countries of the world. And I think for any country to expect to have a veto or a say in how we develop our relations with others is not a reasonable proposition. Because remember, the others can expect the same. So we've always made it very clear that we have multiple relationships. We have a freedom of choice. We talk about what is called strategic autonomy, and that continues.
Dr. Jaishankar also dismissed that the Russian President Vladimir Putin's visit would negatively affect India's relationship with the US or stall the expected free trade agreement with them. He added that there is no lack of communication or negotiations with the American side. Dr. Jaishankar stressed on how President Putin's visit has reimagined the existing relationship between India and Russia and helped build new facets and dimensions. The External Affairs Minister highlighted that the mobility agreement and joint ventures on fertilizers for food security have been extremely crucial. He said a significant share of India's challenges, including terrorism, stems from the Pakistani army and asserted that New Delhi will deal with the threat while it exists. The government has directed IndiGo to clear all pending passenger refunds without delay. The Ministry of Civil Aviation has mandated that refunds for all cancelled or disrupted flights be completed by 8 p.m. tomorrow. Our correspondent reports that the directive has been issued following a large number of flight cancellations by IndiGo, causing disruption and inconvenience to passengers across the country.
To ensure seamless grievance redressal for passengers, the government has asked IndiGo to set up dedicated support and refund facilitation cells. These units will proactively reach out to affected travellers and process refunds and alternative travel arrangements without the need for repeated follow-ups. The automatic refund system has also been instructed to remain active until operations regain complete stability. In addition, IndiGo has been directed to trace and deliver all baggage separated from passengers due to cancellations or delays within the next 48 hours. Airlines have been further advised to maintain transparent communication on tracking and delivery timelines and to provide compensation wherever required under existing passenger rights norms. With strengthened oversight and coordinated efforts among airlines, airports and security agencies, the latest measures aim to minimize inconvenience for travelers during the ongoing disruption. Improved facilitation for senior citizens, differently abled passengers, students, patients and those requiring urgent travel is expected to ensure smoother movement and protect passenger rights. The focus remains on restoring full operation normalcy at the earliest. With Rohan Chauhan, Bhanu Pratap Singh, Akashvani News, Delhi.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our X handle at AIR News Alerts. And for details of stories and more, log on to our website www.newsonair.gov.in and download News on AIR app. Welcome back. You're with us on the news at 9. The Mahaparinirvan Diwas, which commemorates the death anniversary of the Bharat Ratna Dr. Bhimrao Ramji Ambedkar, was observed in various parts of the country. On the occasion, several leaders paid homage to Dr. Ambedkar's legacy on this solemn day by reflecting on his teachings and commitment to building a just and inclusive society. A report.
Baba Saheb Ambedkar was the chief architect of the Indian Constitution, whose thoughts on social justice, equality and democracy continue to inspire generations. A visionary reformer and tireless advocate of equality, Dr. Ambedkar recognized that caste and gender-based discrimination were fracturing the nation and sought transformative measures to address these deep-rooted injustices. From launching the newspaper Mook Nayak to amplify the voices of the downtrodden, to establishing the Bahishkrit Hitkarni Sabha to address social inequalities, Dr. Ambedkar dedicated his life to championing equality, eradicating discrimination. To mark the occasion, President Draupadi Murmu, Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan, Prime Minister Narendra Modi and several other prominent leaders paid floral tributes to Dr. Ambedkar in New Delhi today. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan highlighted that Baba Saheb's relentless struggle for equality, dignity and fraternity laid the foundation of a modern, progressive and inclusive country. Prime Minister Modi hailed Baba Saheb's visionary leadership and said that his unwavering commitment to justice, equality and constitutional values continue to guide India's journey. With Rohan, Adarsh for Akashvani News, Delhi.
Union Home Minister Amit Shah said Dr. Ambedkar established the highest ideals of social justice by ensuring rights for labourers, farmers and the weaker sections of society. Information and Broadcasting Minister Ashwini Vaishnav also termed Dr. Ambedkar as the guiding light of equality and justice while paying floral tribute to him in the national capital. Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan today gave a clarion call to the youth to wake up and work together to achieve the vision of Viksit Bharat by 2047. Addressing the concluding ceremony of the Sardar at 150 National Padyatra at the Statue of Unity, the Vice President hailed the youth as the engine for the country's growth, stressing that India's huge young population represents a great national power. Recalling Sardar Patel's immense contribution to national unity and nation building, he urged the youth to imbibe Sardar's values in their lives. India, Japan, Australia and the United States unequivocally condemned terrorism in all its forms and manifestations, including cross-border terrorism, and expressed their condolences for the Red Fort terror incident. The two-day third Quad Counter-Terrorism Working Group meeting was held in New Delhi on the 4th and 5th of this month. During the meeting, the Quad member countries exchanged assessments on the terrorism threat landscape, including developments in the Indo-Pacific region. The members also underscored the importance of ensuring that the Indo-Pacific remains open and free from the threats of terrorism. Under Operation Sagar Bandhu, the 4th C-17 aircraft, the third one carrying Bailey Bridge units, arrived in Colombo, Sri Lanka today to restore essential connectivity in the cyclone-affected region. In a social media post, External Affairs Ministry spokesperson Randir Jaiswal informed that the aircraft had about 55 tons of Bailey Bridge stores, a JCB, and 13 personnel from Engineer Corps. India made a strong start at the season-ending ISSF World Cup Final in Doha today, with Suruchi Singh securing the women's 10-metre air pistol gold and setting a new junior world record. Compatriot Sanyam added silver, delivering a commanding opening for the Indian contingent. Suruchi shot 245.1 in the final, surpassing Manu Bhakar's 6-year-old junior world record of 244.7. Sanyam followed with 243.3 to complete a 1-2 finish for India. Bhakar, a double Olympic bronze medalist, reached the final but was placed 5th with 179.2. In men's cricket, India defeated South Africa by 9 wickets in the third and final ODI of the 3-match series in Visakhapatnam tonight. The men in blue achieved the target of 271 runs in just 39.5 overs. For India, Yashasvi Jaiswal scored an unbeaten 116 runs, while half-centuries from Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli helped the team comfortably chase down the target. With this win, India sealed the series 2-1. The visitors were all out for 270 runs in 47.5 overs. For South Africa, Quinton de Kock scored 106, while skipper Themba Bavuma added 48 runs. For India, Kuldeep Yadav and Prasidh Krishna took 4 wickets each. Early, the hosts won the toss and elected to field first. The Indian Meteorological Department IMD has forecast cold wave conditions at isolated places over Delhi, Punjab, Haryana, Chandigarh, Jharkhand, Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh, Odisha tomorrow. The Met Department has said dense fog conditions are likely to prevail during the early morning hours in northeast India over Assam, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura till tomorrow. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is standing as the model of high growth and low inflation for the world. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar asserts that no country has a say on how India develops its relations with others. Government directs IndiGo to clear all pending passenger refunds without delay. Nation pays homage to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar on 70th Mahaparinirvan Diwas. Quad members India, Japan, Australia and US condemn terrorism in all its forms and manifestations. Indian shooter Suruchi Singh wins women's 10-metre air pistol gold with junior world record at ISSF World Cup Final in Doha. And in men's cricket, India beat South Africa by 9 wickets in third and final ODI in Visakhapatnam, clinched the series 2-1. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.